Well, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Kitchen Table TCG. Welcome back to another market update. Today we'll be taking a look at Monarch First Edition and Unlimited, taking a look at the market, seeing what the expected value in the product is, as well as looking at where things have moved. Keep in mind, we have not updated Monarch now for at least 2 weeks, and it's really cool to see how the last 2 weeks have shifted and the numbers have shifted pretty rapidly on certain cards. It's really interesting to see that. So we'll hop into that. Hey, if you want access to all this stuff as a collection tracker, you can head over to patreon.com/KitchenTableTCG. You get to support the channel and content like this. Thank you so much to the patrons who do support the channel. You also get discount code to MinMax Games Fab, a 5% off discount code on all the singles there. Hope you're enjoying that, and patrons, I hope that it is of value to you. All right, let's hop in and take a look at Monarch. We'll start off with First Edition. We'll look at sealed product first, and then we'll start with First Edition. I only have one monitor right now. My setup's all different right now as the basement's flooded, but right now sealed boxes sitting at like 170-ish. They fluctuate a little bit day to day, about 163 to 172. So 169 seems to be the average price right now. Cases, I think you can probably pick up a case on Facebook right now in the $600 price point, so that'd be boxes of like 150. Maybe it might be like 650, 675, but I think if you put out a buy offer, I think you'd be able to pick that up. Meanwhile, unlimited boxes sitting just under $70. So let's take a look at the Fable here. Great Library of Solana has been pretty stable at the $750 price point over the last couple months. Actually, in the history of this, it has been very, very flat since December, just with one minor dip for a couple weeks back in March, but it's been very flat, $750. This suggests that maybe box prices should be a little bit higher based on a case, and the Fable being about the price of a case, but I don't know where the market will fall with this kind of stuff. So a lot of people overspent on the Great Library of Solana. A lot of people overspent on boxes though too, so it kind of drops the prices down, or it drips the amount of volume up, as people don't like taking losses. So Unlimited Great Library sitting at around $250. Looking at your First Edition, then let's hop in. Oh, actually, I wanted to talk about boxes real quick. Sorry. I wanted to talk about boxes. All right. So boxes, let's take a look at supply and volume. Really, like weekly, you're seeing 3, maybe 4 boxes sold a week on TCG Player. I know there's different marketplaces, eBay, Facebook, all the different places. I understand, but looking at TCG Player, the volume is very low in terms of boxes sold, which is not a great sign. Same thing's true with the Great Library of Solana. The volume is just kind of low, and that's going to make it hard for the price to kind of increase in price at any time. So I don't think there's a huge rush for this product, but you do what you want to do. Legendaries, though, Valiant Dynamo up 20%. Phantasmal Footsteps surprised me this week, being down a little bit. I thought that Prism was going to be pushing. The unlimited version, though, is up. You'll see in a little bit. So definitely some interaction there with Prism happening. I think maybe people who already had it blinged out have it blinged out. Who knows? Carrion Husk down 6% to $225. Again, the unlimited version of these cards is going up, so it's interesting to see the First Edition going down. Eclipse is though up to $75. Now I do think that this one is a much cheaper card. The supply was a little bit more readily available, so it had some room to grow in that regard. And Chain is a deck that people are playing. I'm not sure that you can get Eclipse off with the current build of Chain. I'm not sure if that's the goal. I've not evaluated that recently. It will be interesting to see what Pro Tour holds for us this weekend. All in all, your Legendaries on average are up 2% to $165 each. Majestic Cold Foils are down 9%. Dread Scythe, really the only one that is up 25%. Galaxy Black, though, the alternative version, down 15%. Luminaris down 11%. Raiden is sitting pretty at $86. And then Hexagore down 3% to $66. Your common cold foils up 1%. There is some things dropping down though. The prices on these Iron Hides are getting really low. It's probably about time I should start dollar cost averaging, honestly. Ironhide Gauntlet is a card that is seeing a lot of play in some of the commoner formats and in some other things as well. Commoner really likes Ironhide. It's really interesting to see that, and it will be interesting to see if that format takes off, how that affects these cold foil commons. But all in all, a lot of down ticks here. A down tick about 8 to 10%, but then some major upticks. Even like Dreamweavers are now overtaking Halo of Illumination. Some big upticks, all in all, putting up 1% at $35. Now, the Extended Arts Herald of Erudition, we had some low sales this week, down 23% to $191, but take that with a grain of salt because the current listed is $264. Again, the supply of these is pretty low. There's only 8 available, but we did have a sold listing last week or 2 weeks ago, sitting at $191, and we do just track the most recent sold listings at that, as this is supposed to be if somebody was kind of trying to buy a card or sell a card, what they may use for comps of recently sold listings. All in all, down 12% to $140. I think if you're selling one, you probably don't want to use that as a comp. If you're buying one, that's probably the comp that you're trying to use, and maybe you meet halfway in the middle. Looking at your rainbow foil Majestics, again, this is where we're starting to see a lot of spiking, a lot of high percentages due to this being now 2 weeks since we've updated this. It's super interesting to see that, and you can kind of see where the meta is going over a longer period of time rather than week to week. Tome of Divinity up 133%. You got Shadow of Ursur, which is up pretty significantly. Phantasmaclasm. You can kind of see what's happening with some of this. You've got a lot of the Prism and a lot of the Chain. This is starting to feel like the world did before Tales of Aria existed, before Everfest existed. A lot of the cards that we were talking about at those times are now pumping again, as maybe the Pro Tour and Pro Quest are leading into a more Prism and Chain meta than Starvo, especially if Starvo gets Living Legend. After the Pro Tour, it's going to push Prism, it's going to push Chain to see more play, as those Starvo players will be looking for a new deck. So that's going to be an interesting dynamic. All in all, your Majestics are up 4% to $13 on the rainbow foil side, and then your non-foil Majestics are also up 7% to $2.55. Again, you're seeing Chain stuff like Shadow Puppetry and Invert Existence and Shadow of Ursur, and then you're seeing the Prism stuff like Phantasmaclasm on here. So very, very interesting. It's going to be fun to watch this. Again, I think after Pro Tours when we'll start seeing where the meta is shifting, and I think that weekend will be a pretty big sales weekend. It may, though, have the adverse effect where other cards come onto the market as people say, okay, I'm not going to build this deck, or I am going to build this deck. They may end up listing their cards. So it'll be really interesting to watch this weekend. Your rares are up a little bit for the rainbow foil, up 24% to $1.20. You've got the regular rare price is up a little bit as well. Foil commons up 72 cents. And as we get into the EV for this box, if you're going to be able to sell every card in the box, you'll be sitting at $172.93. If you take out the regular commons and you do include the rainbow foil commons, you'll be sitting at $153.83. If you take out the Fable, so now you're just opening a case, you're taking out the Fable and the regular commons, you're sitting at $135.08 per box. And then if you just take out and you're just opening up one box, you don't want to include the legendary pull rate in that, you'll be sitting at $78.60 per box. So up a little bit this week, but nothing too significant. All right, let's hop into Unlimited. One more time, if you're looking for a place to buy singles, make sure you go to minmaxgamesfab.com, and make sure if you want to support the channel, you head on over to patreon.com/KitchenTableTCG. You do get a collection tracker with that as well, and we do host events and have all the fun in the Discord server. So these legendaries are absolutely pumping. Again, you're seeing a lot of phantasmal footsteps and a lot of carrion husks. Also some Valiant Dynamo. I don't know exactly where this is fitting. My gut says it may be because of Blitz. I don't know. Valiant Dynamo being a warrior. I don't anticipate we're going to see much in. Maybe I don't think we're going to see much in CC, but I know Blitz has seen some significant impact with Kasai, so maybe that's what's happening with Blitz. But let me know in the comment section if you know what's happening with that. Eclipse, though, is way up. So Chain Eclipse has certainly picked up in terms of people who are playing and who think they can pull off the Eclipse combo or combat chain. So interesting to see that one up 80% to $63. Huge upticks on Eclipse, both the Unlimited and the first edition this week. So that's kind of what you're doing. Up 14% to $109. Pretty great if you have those Unlimited legendaries right now. Rainbow Foil Majestics up 2.5% to $4.13. Again, Shadow Puppetry, Invert Existence. You've got Soul Food. You've got Sonata Arcana. You've got a lot of stuff that plays Maybe not Sonata as much anymore, but you got a lot of stuff that plays into chain and a lot of stuff that is looking like a new meta is shifting over. It'll be really interesting to see what happens this weekend. Looking at your regular Majestics, you're also up a little bit. Soul Food, Invert Existence, Tome of Torment, and Shadow of Ursur. Hexagore also randomly on here, kind of interesting, but you're seeing a lot of upticks in those cards that we're used to seeing. And then, you know, some downticks, things like Sonata Arconyx took a hit as a result of the Banner Restricted announcement. Soul Shield took a hit. I guess some sort of shift in the meta maybe. But definitely some other side things that are ticking down. You've got unlimited rainbow foil rares. Those are sitting on an average of 61 cents. Your regular rares, you're seeing an average of 13 cents. And then as we get into the EV per box, all in all, you are up 6% to $75.92. And your no Fable, if you're just opening up a case, you're sitting at $69.67. So definitely some downticks, definitely some upticks. I'm not sure if it's still worth it to open up a box. You're basically breaking even. But if you are looking for it, it definitely seems like do it with a case. See how much volume this legendary rainbow foil takes up. It's very, very important that you understand that when you're opening up this box. The legendary rainbow foil is so important in the EV. It adds $37.28 to the expected value of the box. So if you're just opening up a single box, you're reducing that average of not being able to hit that if somebody already pulled it or whatever it is. So that is your unlimited and your first edition EV video for Monarch. I hope that this is helpful for you. If you want to support content like this and if you want to support the channel, head on over to patreon.com/KitchenTableTCG. Hope to see you there in the Discord server. And if you're looking to buy singles, head over to midmaxgamesfab.com. Say hi at the booth if you're at Pro Tour. I will not be there, but MinMax Games will be. It'll be a great chance for you to pick up some singles or whatever you need. Remember to be kind to the people around you. We'll see you again next video. And let me know what you think about Monarch in the comments section below.